So Sky Bet League 2 is next, and just one place to start, the battle between Morecambe and Barnet to stay in the EFL. We'll begin with the Bees, who were 2 points behind the Shrimps. Martin Allen's side simply had to beat Chesterfield and hope that Morecambe were beaten at Coventry, who themselves only needed a point to make sure of a playoff place.
With the latest Marvel superheroes film on top of the charts, Barnet were keen to offer a blockbuster of their own. John Akinde and Shaquille Coulter so close to taking the lead role in their version of The Great Escape. With 4 wins in their last 6, the Bees were buzzing and full of confidence as a combination of Richard Brindley and Curtis Weston proved. But the finishing touch continued to elude the home side, although the header from Ricardo Santos suggested they were getting closer. Chesterfield are already planning for life in the National League, and yet they were looking to do their bit to drag Barnet down with them. And Brad Barry so nearly set the cat amongst those pigeons. Remember, Barnet had to win and hoped that Morecambe lost, although Lady Luck seemed to have deserted their sinking ship, as Weston fired another warning shot across the visitors' bows, and yet still their goal remained intact. With fingernails being chewed frantically, finally the moment the home fans had been waiting for came just before half-time. Akinde rising like a talisman and trying to lead his side towards the promised land. Mind you, slender margins and all that, and the visitors were determined to spoil the party, and they might have done just that. Although after this finish, Giles Coke must have been feeling a little flat. With time running out, Barnet were very keen to finish with a flourish, and they did with 9 minutes to go. Gaps were starting to open up in the Chesterfield defence, and Brindley made sure he found one of them. Would there be time to add to that tally and maybe produce a goal of the season contender? Well, yes, there would. Take a bow, Alex Nichols. He and his teammates had done all they could. The question was, would it be enough?
1 point needed for both to achieve their ambitions, and Morecambe can thank veteran keeper Barry Roach for securing theirs. In a game of few chances and even fewer risks, Roach had to save from Michael Doyle, and then Rotherham loanee Johnson Clark-Harris. The only 2 moments of note in an otherwise tepid first half. It was a case of don't mess it up, and what we have we hold for both teams. The Shrimps rarely ventured into enemy territory, and their only noteworthy attacking moments saw Kevin Ellison bearing down on goal, only to find the side netting. Shades of that infamous goalless draw between West Germany and Austria in the 1982 World Cup then. Coincidentally, the year Roach was born. Shrimps keeper denying Tom Bayliss there. So it's the playoffs for Coventry, just what they wanted, and it's salvation for Morecambe, just what manager Jim Bentley wanted too. Smiles all round.
I'm absolutely made up. It's been a tough week for us when we got beat by Barnet last week, and we had to come here today, and it's a tough game, football at the best of times. But when you're you're away from home with a good side like Coventry on a warm day, they started better than us. Our keepers made some great saves, and I'm just overwhelmed. The support that come down, got behind us, and it's a massive achievement for us to stay in the division again.
Back at Barnet, a very different mood as they tried to come to terms with the realisation they'd come up agonisingly short.
I thought I was very happy with the players' performance from start to finish. Each and every one of them since I've been here has been absolutely superb. And on we go to the conference. There's nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. I had a great time in the conference a couple of years ago, and winning that division with Barnet was quite an outstanding achievement. And we have to set ourselves up to go again.
Yeah, Barnet and Martin Allen off to the National League. It's one of those leagues, though, that he's been and experienced before. He says it will be the chairman's decision. We'll have to wait and see what happens to him. So that's Barnet. But do you have to feel for them when you see that Morecambe Coventry result?
Yeah, definitely. It don't sit right with me on watching the way that both teams didn't go and press the ball, and they were just passing between each other. But I can understand why they did it. No team wanted to take the gamble, and when Coventry did get in their half, obviously Roach made 2 very good saves. But you can kind of see here the first save from Michael Doyle. It's a good strike, a very good save from Roach there. But I think the second one's a tremendous save from Clark-Harris. It's a really good reaction save, and he's got a really strong hand out and a strong parry. And just imagine if that goes in, it's a totally different game, because then Morecambe have to come out and start playing football. But I can understand why both teams didn't go for it, because they knew a point was good for both teams.
Yeah, you say that, but Morecambe have had the most draws of any teams in those top four Division 19 this season, so that was kind of written.
Yeah, it was probably written then if they've had it, but in Caroline, you've got to go and try and win a game. You can't do 5-yard passes between each other, can you?
Nah, you'd have been doing that if you could have.
Maybe.
Back to Barnet then. Do you see enough in that team? If not, I mean, it's all ifs, buts and maybes, isn't it, for them to come back up against you?
Yeah, definitely. I think if they might not know, I mean, Martin Allen, since he's gone there, I think 16 points in 8 games. That's a brilliant achievement. Maybe if they had got him in earlier, they would have definitely been in this division. They've got a lot of good players. Alex Nichols, who just got a hell of a goal. John Akinde, he's been injured. I think these are key players that had been in the team most of the season. They would have definitely survived.
Okay. Well,